Everybody. So I made a little post today requesting other people to suggest posts because there's a lot of things to talk about and my brain is a tangled mess and I can't hold on to most of them. And plus there's things I've never even thought about. That's up to you guys. That's why we're all different. That's why we're all here. So the first post on that note is going to be about the injured dealing with their family and the family dealing with the injured. Another thing I kind of noticed today, I was a little bit more of my old self, my old jovial self. Most of the post, look, we're talking about some serious stuff, and the things we deal with suck, and so it's heavy, and sometimes you have to talk really seriously when you're talking about things like depression and stuff like that, but it doesn't mean that there isn't light in it, that there isn't humor in it. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more me on this one. And so yeah, that's that. So you wake up and everything is just, there's no way to explain what it is. Every one of us has a feeling as to what it is, that how it is for them. It's a fog, it's a tornado, it's a flood, it's a volcano. There's whatever it is that you like. For you, that's what it is. Now, at the very first, you look the way you feel inside here. I know I did. I looked horrible. I had tubes in me. I was in a coma. There was a little boop, boop type of thing, you know. They had already signed my death certificate, all that stuff. And so you look like crap. You look like how you feel when you wake up. But eventually, you slowly kind of start to learn about your new brain and at least how to operate and be able to wake up, get through the day, and go to sleep, hopefully. As this is happening, you're physically healing as well. Then there comes a point for both parties, us and them, and that is complacency. We get used to ourselves being a certain way to a certain point, and we stop progressing because we now believe, oh, this must be my new normal, and we ride with it. And so that becomes our normal. And it's very convincing on the outside for most of us. And for the people around us, the fact that we're kind of angry a lot and just this is the new us, and that becomes a new normal, and it is what it is. And for the most part, we look exactly like us. We sound like us. We must be us. That is further from the truth. We are not us. We never will be us ever again. We will have shadows of ourselves hanging around, suggesting things, helping us out, but ultimately, we're never going to be ourselves ever again. What you have in your head, you have you. Kind of that ghostish, but now much wiser version of you hanging out. And then you got the brain injury part, who I think of as just an angry, drunk Scotsman. Every single time an argument starts to work up and you start to feel angry, the drunk Scotsman jumps in. So you realise that it's them that's doing this. It's not you, because it can't possibly be you, because everything I'm thinking for you makes complete sense. So it's obviously them. So, well, you know what I'm going to tell you to do? You should get really, really angry at them. And so you do. And you give into it and you get angry because that broken part of your brain convinces you, no, you're right. on the other side of that, for the family member, sometimes what we're trying to convey to you, we are right. We're not saying it all that great, but that's kind of your job to remember to try to interpret that correctly and to not take it literally as it is said. We can't be trusted to always be literally taken as we're said unless we're really adamantly making that point. And if that's what you need us to do, then that's what we're going to do for you. And that's what we should do for them if that's what they need. Okay? But there's all these things bouncing around inside our head. Caregivers, family members, friends, everybody. It is like having a multiple personality. You have the angry, crazy, drunk Scotsman that's throwing chairs and picking up kilts and ripping them in half. That's what he's doing inside your head most of the time. And then you got the one that is sad at everything that you are and feels broken and defeated and like you're so much less than even being a human being anymore. He's kind of the guy. He sits there like this and, oh look, I was able to eat a sandwich today. I feel really good about myself about that. But you know what? The truth is, I shouldn't feel too good about myself because if I feel too good about myself, then I'm going to get really upset when I inevitably fail. That's that part of your brain. That little douchebag steps in quite a bit. He's very intimidated by the drunk Scotsman. And then there's you, sitting there going, I'm here, waiting. Trust me, I'm here. The only one that can listen to me is you. Okay? So this is all going on. What you're doing with it is completely up to you, but this is all going on in all of us in varying degrees. Okay? And then you have your wife, your mom, your whoever. The females are usually they're more empathetic, or at least they're trying to be, or they feel like they are being so, and they don't understand why you're not feeling that from them. You say, I don't feel the love, and all they think they're doing is throwing out rainbows of love. You know, it's this stupid circle where basically neither one of us understands each other because we can't speak, and so when we do speak, you can't understand what it is. It is ridiculous. And that is what dealing with family is like. Because obviously we're all still together because we love the hell out of each other. And that's never going to go away. Sometimes, in certain cases, everything has changed and there's no going back, and the new people that both of you are, or all of you are, it's never going to go away, and sometimes those things don't mesh anymore, and you just have to accept it and live with it and try to just be the best version of yourself that you can be now with what you have. I mean, if you want to give in and throw it in the trash, then throw it in the trash. If you don't think you're worth it, if you really think you're worthless, then throw it in the trash. But my guess is that if you survived everything that you have up to this point, I don't care if you're watching this and you don't have a brain injury, maybe you're just friggin' depressed, or there's something else wrong, you're dying, something. Okay? You are always still in control. You're always in control. We are all going through this stuff. And it is really hard. And communication is the biggest thing that we're all seeming to have the hardest thing doing. Part of it is honesty. And for us brain injury people, the honest part is saying to ourselves and then out loud, look, communication, for some of us, I know for me, is a very difficult thing. I know this seems ridiculous given this video, but it is. And we all have our problems with it. That's the understanding we need to have. We look okay, but we're not okay. And so it's up to you, the people around us that love us, to really take on the responsibility. I know it's unfair sometimes, but take on the responsibility if you choose to. You're the one with the working brain. You've got to remember that for us sometimes. And then for us, it's our responsibility to do the damn best we can. Meaning we apologize when we know we've done wrong. When we really know it. Okay? That we be honest with ourselves. Okay? Families are, as a whole, one. But they're still made of individuals. And if the individuals aren't taking care of themselves, okay? And if they're listening to the crazy, drunk Scotsman the whole time trying to tear down every wall and every brick in the castle, if you give in to that, that's on you. That's not on your family. Family needs to be one, but it needs every single one to be right with themselves first. Alright? I want to go over time, so peace out.